G'day guys, a friend asked me to take a look at and hopefully fix their Sanyo RP1245 AM radio, which was made in Japan back in 1981. All they've told me is that the battery no longer fits, so I'll have to try and work out what that means. There doesn't seem to be any screws on it. It looks like you squeeze in and the back comes off, and straight away I can see there's a missing battery terminal. I don't think it's loose in here, I think it's missing completely. So I'll have to fix that, and hopefully that's all that's wrong with it. I'll start by trying to get the main board out. It looks like it's just clipped in gently, so I'll just pry it up with my small flathead. There we go. So that looks like it's unclipped. I should be able to very gently lift it up. That was pretty easy. And there is a built-in loudspeaker, and on the back there is a single headphone socket. There doesn't seem to be an antenna on this. It's not missing, it's just never designed for one. Looks like there's a few trim pots in here, but I won't touch that just yet. We'll start by cleaning up the solder pad here. And I don't have a battery terminal, but I do have some pin headers. So we'll see if that works. I've set my soldering iron to 400 degrees Celsius. Nice and hot. Looks like it's going to be fairly hard to melt this big chunk. So I'll use a little bit of fresh solder to try and help it along. Yeah, it did seem to work. Be careful not to melt the speaker wires. Actually might spin this around first. That should make it a bit easier. And I'm also just going to use a cheap solder sucker. This was back when they used the good solder, not the cheap lead-free stuff. There's a lot of solder on there. You can see the sucker's pulling it off in sheets. That should be enough to clear that little hole there. So next I'll just break off 2 of my male pin headers. Accidentally broke off 3, so I'll just use a pair of flush cutters to chop the excess one off, which I should have done in the first place. We'll flip it back over. And see if I can get it in that hole, and it looks like it's fit nicely. So flip it back over, and I'll just solder the back part in. That looks good. Use some fresh solder. Unfortunately, it is lead free. I need to order some 6040. It's fallen out. Try again. Ideally, I would have ordered a battery terminal. I just wanted to do a quick fix for a friend. Okay. Might rest it on the screwdriver. That'll help hold it in. That looks pretty good. Again, it's not perfect, but it shouldn't really be used that much. Okay, I will put it back in the case. Very gently. Oops. And it should just click in, there we go. That's in there nice and firm. You can see the board is a little bit burnt, the soldering iron was a little bit hot. It is an old PCB, I should have had it on a little bit colder. I didn't think the solder was going to melt that easy. So we've got 2 Duracell batteries, they're brand new. And we'll turn it on. So it's not quite making the best connection. I'll bend that and bend that a little bit. I think I might put a little bit of foil on that terminal just to give it a helping hand. Actually, it's the back terminal's a little bit corroded, which is causing the issue. Might just give it a scrub with a little bit of vinegar. We'll see if that helps it. I'll clean it off with a Q-tip. Oops. Bend that back down. It looks like we've fixed it. We don't get any AM radio out this far, so I can't test it. It's picking up some interference though, as you can hear. Give it a bit of a shake, make sure it's still... Yeah, I think our temporary battery terminals definitely worked. Shaking it and bumping it doesn't seem to turn it off. So I think my friend will be happy with that for now. I will order the correct terminals and I'll fix it in future when they arrive. I think that'll do it for today, guys. I hope someone out there found this interesting. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.